Well, hello there and welcome back to Random Rosters here inside of ESPN NFL 2K3, where we're doing an entire season where the rosters have been fantasy drafted. We have a triple header each week for you right here on the channel, youtube.com/Seannosaurus Tuesdays, 7 a.m. Pacific time. So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell if you'd like to see more. We technically control the Green Bay Packers, but that doesn't matter. That's just to get us in to the season. Otherwise, we're just watching football. I'm commentating along with it, having a good time. Hopefully, you enjoy it. We have a few games for you this week, a triple header as we usually do. We're going to go from the cream of the crop, which is going to be this Cardinals-Panthers game, to the bottom of the barrel, which is going to be the Oakland Raiders and the Buffalo Bills game, which features two new teams. And then we're going to watch the greatest rivalry in the NFL. The Green Bay Packers visit the Chicago Bears in our season, or our Week 5 finale. This one has been featured in the previous two times we've done the NFL season in 2002, 2003, in ESPN, no, I'm sorry, NFL Fever 2003 and Madden 2003. So if you'd like to watch those, go look at those videos. It's on the front page. The whole series is in its own little section, and you can click through and see if there's any games that pique your interest or any seasons that pique your interest. Let's jump in here to game number one. Cardinals taking on the Panthers. Both teams very good. I think we had it last week. The Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers was kind of a weird one where both teams were ranked pretty lowly, but they had solid records. So we'll see. I don't know. Some of the teams that have been like really high haven't played particularly well. So I don't know. 23rd overall for the Carolina Panthers. A rushing offense. Everything's in the, well, passing offense is their best, and that's still 12th. Otherwise, everything's in the kind of the lower half of the league. And they are 3-1, so we have a 4-0 taking on a 3-1 team today. This Panthers team already has more wins than the actual Panthers, who couldn't beat the Bucs to make things wild in the playoff race.
Don't make a mistake in his direction because
they got kind of close. Let's see. So it's a week. What are we doing? 5.1. There we go. 2K3 5.1. We are looking good here. Marvin Harrison, Sammy Knight. We have had the Arizona Cardinals on the series before, but this game was just too good to pass up. Too good. And so that is what we'll do. All right, Panthers win. They want to receive. That's an interesting little wrinkle here. I haven't been paying too much attention to it, but there definitely has been the defer to receive the ball at half. Get ready for more NFL content coming out this weekend. Should be Sunday and Monday, I'm thinking. Madden NFL 24, I bought on the PS5. It was like half off or maybe even a little bit more. We'll be doing a what if as we see a run back all the way out. That was a really nice run back by number 89. I lost track of where it was. I believe he got to the 44-yard line. And that was a terrific play right there. We'll be taking a look at some what-if scenarios in the playoffs. If you're interested, check back Sunday and Monday. There'll be a bunch of football content coming out throughout the month of January. The plan is to do the wild card in two parts, AFC and NFC, and then we'll see kind of where things go for like the divisional round, the championship round, and then the Super Bowl and stuff like that. We'll have a Super Bowl prediction go up on the 11th for Super Bowl 58. So if you're looking for more video game football, a little bit more of the longer form content as well, video game wise or video game football wise, be sure to scroll down, and subscribe, ring the bell. I did it last year. I had a great time with it. I thought I'd bring it back. It was kind of a weird thing because it takes like maybe the most like research to figure out, and I couldn't find what I needed. I'm sure I'll talk about it more in the actual videos. We see a pretty terrific job to at least get out of the first couple of tackles, but he's still driving back for a loss of 2 as we take a look at the offensive line for the Carolina Panthers.
James Williams keeps the quarterback healthy, and he and his line are ready to go.
Plus, I'm a big sports guy. I'm just a big sports fan.
Terry Glenn
Oh, wow.
leads this squad, putting on a
Terry
big show
Glenn.
for the fans. So far this season, he's averaged 84 yards on 5 catches a game.
Terry Glenn for the
Finally,
Packers?
here's the general and his next in command.
Is he not?
Donovan McNabb.
Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Why is Donovan McNabb listed twice?
He's averaged 165 yards and
They not have a
just over 2
fullback?
interceptions a game.
Back to the field.
I mean, Donovan McNabb, a quarterback so nice, you list him twice. I don't know if we've had the Panthers on here.
3rd and 4.
Huh. Gotta bring everybody up for 3rd down and 4, and it pays off as they get held to only a gain of 1. It's 4th down and 3. We'll take a look at the defense.
Start off with the D-line.
Frank Young and his
Okay,
men
so
deliver knockout blows
Terry
to the
Glenn,
offensive line all game long.
Next up are the linebackers.
football player. Typically, I think of him as a
The hurt here.
Finally,
New
Peters,
England
the
Patriot.
secondary.
Rondé Barber shadows his receiver like he's glued to him.
Now back to the game.
Oh, what? He died? No way.
Mormon comes in to punt after
Oh,
a
that-
3 and out.
That sucks. New England Patriots, 1996 to 2001. He played for 1 season, and it would be this game, which would be 2002. Then he played for the Cowboys from 2003 to 2007. Hey, it's a friendly reminder, don't drink and drive.
Well, let's see if this offense can put something together after the defense handed them a 3 and out.
Okay, let's get on to the lighter side of things. So Arizona, 1st down and 10 from the 24-yard line. Going with a handoff right up the middle. Looked like he had a little bit of a lane there, but got closed up quickly and nicely by the Carolina Panthers defense. As we'll take a look at the offensive line for the Arizona Cardinals.
Pete Kendall brings size and power to this line, and they are ready for battle.
Next up are the receivers.
Marvin Harrison
and
excitement
Torrey
with his aerial
Holt.
theatrics.
Okay,
So far
I can
this
see why
season,
this
he's
team would
averaged
be
66
3-1
yards and
or
just
4-0,
over a
excuse me.
touchdown a game.
And lastly, the man who calls the
Doug
plays
Flutie,
and
Priest
the guys who
Holmes,
back
Cecil
him up.
Martin.
Priest Holmes sets the tempo
What?
in this group. On the ground this season,
We saw
he's
them play
averaged
San Diego
41
back in
yards
week
on
number
14
3.
carries a game.
Okay, back to the
I don't
action.
remember that game because that was like it was only 2 weeks ago, like in season, but it was 3 weeks ago because I got sick.
Ball on the 26.
Team rushing. Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at week number 3. Hold on, I gotta mute my own audio. Cincinnati, Atlanta. Nice run.
Makes the hit.
Arizona 10-0. Okay, so not a convincing win, really, it seems, but they were able to pick up a victory either way, so doesn't matter.
But just keeps churning his legs until he's out of trouble.
Well, it just goes to show, Peter, persistence pays off in a pinch.
So they did a nice job. It looked like he was going to have a little bit more room to run on that 1st and 10 play. They go right back to him on the 2nd and 8 after it was closed up nicely by the Panthers defense. And they get a big run. It looked like it was off that right side of the line. 3rd down and 1 now. Well, he was in the backfield. Looked like he maybe had a chance at a tackle, but he can't do it. And a bunch of Panthers just kind of on the ground, unable to bring Priest Holmes down. And it's a big 1st down. That's a monster run on 1st down, or a 3rd down and 1, excuse me.
Nice block.
You bet, and that's the
That was the guy I thought. Now I see number 92. I think
nothing but open space.
Reggie White, but Hainsworth is the correct answer because I'm sure Reggie White had retired at this point.
Ball at the 44-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 44 for the Arizona Cardinals. They hand the ball off yet again. A gain of 1 before he is knocked back. And a look at the Carolina Panthers defense. There's Albert Hainsworth.
Brady Jackson shows tremendous heart, and the other linemen respect that.
That's followed by the linebacker.
Junior Seau, Nate Wayne. Ooh, 2 Nates in the linebacker position.
But not least, we have the secondary.
The Adventures of Nate and Nate. Like Pete and Pete. It's a Nickelodeon reference.
Let's get back to the game.
Under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1 as Flutie, I don't believe, has attempted a pass just yet. And the way they've been running the ball on 2 of the last 3 plays at least has made it kind of an easy decision. A big 8-yard gain and then an even bigger, probably 10-yard gain. Flutie will take a short drop. He throws, and they're going to call a pass interference. It's going to be on that defense. I don't think I called it the correct way, but it'll be Cardinals ball, 1st and 10 for them.
He was openly interfering. Good call.
Definitely one of those weird passes by Flutie. It was a little bit of a floater, a little short of the receiver, almost like he was trying to draw the flag as the defender's going up the field, the receiver's trying to come back, get the interference call, and they're in Panthers territory. Oh, Flutie lucky to get that one off, and lucky to get a reception there. 2nd down and 10 as he goes nowhere.
Ball on the 44.
So Flutie would be like, what, 1 for 1 with no yards because they accepted the penalty? They're creeping in for a blitz. They do bring an extra rusher. Nice route on the outside, the top side of your screen there. Defense playing pretty soft. Holt runs about 5 yards, turns around, the ball is there, and sets up a 3rd and very manageable on the outside of field goal range here. A couple of touchdowns already early in the season for Torrey Holt. I think you're on the very outside of field goal range. It's a 55-yard field goal. Flutie's not going to worry about that. He said he's going to pick up a massive 1st down inside the 35. That one goes to Graham for a big chunk play on 3rd down at 5. And that should end quarter number 1.
Nice completion here. Take a look. There's the throw right in between the numbers.
I like the kind of like turn around and back up animation. Super Wildcard Weekend kicks off this weekend. 6 games, including one that's streaming exclusively on Peacock. And you better believe they made sure it was the Kansas City playoff game. 7 yards to 41 yards, each team with a possession. 324 to 136, no score. 3 1st downs for the Arizona Cardinals. Not a whole lot to talk about so far in quarter number 1.
Ball at the 24-yard line.
So another 1st down and 10, this time on the opposite side of the field. Holmes with a beautiful run. Slicing, dicing, and weaving his way through that defense. Big 9-yard gain. We have our eyes on the national championship as well today, which I kind of forgot was happening.
2nd and 1.
Between future Big Ten foes. It is currently 20-13 as Holmes takes a run off the left side. Maybe a hold. This one might be coming back. Could be the saving grace for the Carolina Panthers. It is indeed a hold. So 20-13, each team scoring a field goal in the 3rd. 12-19 to go here in the 4th quarter. Looks like the Michigan Wolverines are going to punt on a 4th and 5, if I'm reading that correctly.
Ball on the 25.
Love to see the Washington Huskies win a national title in the final year of the Pac-12 as we know it. We'll try to keep it alive, but we'll see how that goes over the next couple of years. The big rumor today, if we're talking just kind of video game news here for just a moment, We see another run here for the Arizona Cardinals. It's going to be 3rd and very long. I like the play call right there. If we talk about this game, to stay on track here, stay on topic. I like the draw. They've been running the ball pretty well. 3rd and 11. I mean, like, best case scenario, you rip off a big run. Worst case scenario, it's like no gain. Hopefully not a disastrous loss, but you're still in probably a not, maybe a too predictable passing situation. He's going to throw it, and he'll find a completion. He'll get taken down at about the 15-yard line. It's going to be short. I don't know if that's a completed pass. It is 4th down and 1 coming up. We'll see what they do. The big rumor today, switching quickly to video game news as we watch this field goal attempt. The rumor that I saw on Friday, or maybe it was Thursday or Friday morning, was that there was going to be a new NCAA football information coming out on Monday. And initially I saw that and I was like, who cares? Like, whatever. I don't believe this at all. And then I was watching the Kind of Funny Day stream, and Snowbike Mike and Greg Miller were talking about, like, oh, the national championship. And I went, oh, maybe we will actually get something. I forgot the national title was happening on Monday. It's kind of an afterthought because, like, in my mind, the January 1st is the end of bowl season. That's it. I know we've had the playoff for years at this point, but, like, this is like one last game sort of thing. Whereas other bowl games are done. So I forgot it was happening. And I was like, oh, shoot, maybe there is something. And then we got through halftime and no trailer or anything. So it appears that we won't be learning anything about it. This would have been the time to debut it. I've actually been thinking about the game a little bit more. I think it's an excellent opportunity for EA to rebuild their football engine, and I'm going to say this as a person who is not in game development. So we're going to see a run from the Carolina Panthers. It's been a while since we have seen them on the field. They will pick up no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. 3 minutes to go here, 2nd quarter. I'm going to say this as a person who is not in game development in any sense of the word, in any stretch of the imagination. I think this is an excellent opportunity for EA to rebuild the base football game, starting with NCAA football, so they don't miss out on an annualized Madden. I know that probably the dream scenario would be that they like shelve Madden NFL 25, roster update Madden NFL 24, and just take a year off, get it into a better place, and move forward from there. They won't do that because it makes far too much money. But if you could take an NCAA football game, rebuild that engine, and then transfer or work on moving assets from Madden into the NCAA football game engine sort of thing, I think you can kind of have the best of both worlds. You get an NCAA football game, Madden stays annualized, but you can kind of plan for the future. And I was thinking about it today, and I was kind of wondering, like, is it possible that EA's just been kind of waiting out? And I don't think this is true, but is it possible that EA's been kind of just waiting out this NIL situation so that they can do something like this? I kind of doubt it, just because I think they've done such an annoying job at making Ultimate Team the focal point of the game. And I don't think it would matter because they did switch to Frostbite at one point. I don't know if they're still on the Frostbite engine at this point, but it's been rickety for basically since like the PS4 generation. Anyway, Cardinals back with the ball after a very quick drive for the Panthers, and they will start with a run that'll pick up 5 yards. The clock will keep moving here inside of 2 minutes. Priest Holmes having a great game so far today.
Check this out. Someone should tell him that hits like that belong on the other side of the ball.
You know, if that keeps up, Peter, it won't be long before he's on the other side of the goal line. Ball at the 40.
We're going to be in the negatives this weekend here in the Pacific Northwest.
They line up with a split
Gonna
backfield.
be wild. Thinking about that because I have the heater cranking right now. Oh, he bounced off that first tackle and he is screaming up the left sideline or the near sideline. First down and 10. Monster run for Priest Holmes. Not out of bounds is big too because it does stop the clock with 1:16 to go. Nice block there.
Oh man, that was nice.
Oh, how sweet it is.
Got into him again.
After that, he gobbled up the yards, Peter. That's like driving down the highway just on the road by yourself.
Sure is.
Would have been nice to get some information about
116.
EA Sports College Football.
They're going with Dion. Flutie.
Inside the 35, Flutie steps back, passes to Graham. He'll get tackled at the 21-yard line, and we will see a timeout taken. Cardinals taking timeout number 1.
The dice there with a pass into double coverage. But he got it in there. Great throw.
Peter, that's the kind of decision that does not foster good quarterback-coach relations.
Absolutely. The coach has to be happy with the result, though, once he started breathing regularly.
Ball on the 21. Flutie, throws.
Oh, a nice pass play there. Wide open Torrey Holt there. And that will be...
That's 6 points.
They were totally synced up on that play. A great
I'm sorry, that's Marvin Harrison. I apologize. Torrey Holt number...
That's really great.
Torrey Holt must be number 80. No, that's Isaac Bruce. Torrey Holt must be number 81. I goofed.
Anderson lines up for the point after. There's the kick.
Kick is up and the kick is good. 1:06 to go here in quarter number 2. Arizona with a nice drive there, capped off with a touchdown. Big defensive breakdown on the back end by Carolina. That was just too easy for the Arizona Cardinals.
Anderson lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff. It's away.
Kick is away. And it is returned from inside the end zone. Not a terrible play because they've had some pretty nice run backs, and that's not terrible all the way up to about the 27-yard line. Thought we might see maybe the first kickoff return for a touchdown in series history
26-yard line.
with that Arizona Cardinals run back, but nothing doing. So 1:02, there seems to be a confused man at the top of your screen. It's kind of, you have to go, he's like just running in circles. They, for some reason, are running the play clock way down. Oh, there he is. He's back. He's in circles.
Penalty marker down on the play. Let's listen to the call.
So something about that play was just flat out broken. I wonder if that's what happened with
The Panthers.
the end of one of the other games. I'll have to keep an eye on that right there.
That countdown.
First down and 15. There was no reason for them to be running the clock down like that. I also don't know why the defense not being set would,
Minute and 2 seconds left.
like, prevent the offense from doing anything. Okay, so they'll take the snap that time. Everything looks fine on the defensive side. We'll pick up 11 on the pass to Glenn.
Over the middle from the gun and completed for some pretty big yardage to get that first down marker.
No hurry here.
2nd and 4.
Carolina team that feels like it might need a little bit of something. Like to see them at least try for the field goal. I think that'd be really helpful going into halftime. They shift. Going to go with a pitch to the outside. He'll be met in the backfield immediately. A little surprised to not see any timeouts here by the Arizona Cardinals.
There's a lot of work to be done for third down.
And I think we're going to end half, or, well, in the first half.
They line up with 3 wide out.
With a 10-0 game. That penalty was very bizarre. And it is the difference between a first down and 10 and a second down and 2. They'll step out of bounds after just barely picking up the first down.
First down. Four on the game clock.
Derek Mays, 3 receptions, 16 yards on the day. First down and 10.
McNabb from the gun.
McNabb, deep drop, throws off his back foot and launches it way down the field, and it is tipped and or batted down. And that'll end half number 1. A strange end to the first half on that Panthers drive. I wonder if we notice that again, if pausing and unpausing maybe fixes it. Something to watch. -5 yards for the Panthers. That's what we call bad.
Impressive so far, and a safe bet to be impressive in the second half. Doug Flutie has passed for a total of 65 yards and 1 touchdown. A clear choice for our ESPN hot at the half player. That will do it for now. I'm Clark.
Michigan in the red zone with a second down and 6.
Show at the conclusion of the game. Let's send you back to Dan and Peter.
It must have been the Panthers run back that I was thinking about. Sorry about that. Definitely was the Panthers run back I was thinking about at the beginning of the game. So worst case scenario for the Panthers is they go down 10-0. They don't score on that final drive. And the Arizona Cardinals get the ball back. And their offense has been looking pretty good throughout this one.
These guys went straight down the field for a touchdown. Let's see if they can repeat that performance.
Ball on the 22.
From the 22, Flutie drops back and fires into double coverage, but actually pretty well placed ball there for Graham, who picks up the first down on a big chunk play.
Daniel Graham turns on the juice and rips this ball down. Watch how he aggressively goes after this.
That is a tight window for Flutie. Fit that between the defenders. It's actually pretty well read by the defense. Just enough better of a throw. Flutie 7 for 7 for 79 yards and that touchdown. They haven't used him too much. They've been relying on the ground game. And they will go right back to it. They'll go far side. 6-yard gain on that, and it's second down and 4. He didn't even get contacted until he picked up the 6 yards.
Second and 4.
Flutie hands the ball off again. He'll pick up 2. And slice that in half. 3rd and 2.
Let's see if they can pick it up. Well, they're going to need more than a half-hearted arm tackle to put him down.
10 carries, 60 yards, 34 after getting hit. That's the big number there. 3rd down and 2 from the I formation. Flutie drops back. Nice throw and a good find as he runs up the field inside the 35 to the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Huge pass play to Swift. And that is a monster gain on 3rd down and 2. I thought they were going to run it for sure with how well they've been. Oh, that is a beautiful pass right there. With how well they've been running it, I thought it was a Priest Holmes handoff the entire way. But you can see there we got a couple of angles of the throw. The ball was out of Flutie's hand before he even hit the break, and by the time he turned around, it was right there. Excellent play there, and it's a big old first down.
On that last play, Swift will sit this play out after the big gain. Flutie made the pass. It's tight.
Flutie drops, and that is a That's a big incompletion right there. You try to fit it in between the two defenders, but
Ball on the 25.
defense comes away with a nice play. 27-13, Michigan on top of the Huskies.
Molden with the tackle, his first stop of the game.
3rd down and 6 after the 4-yard gain for Holmes.
It's now 3rd and 6.
Flutie dropping back, stands and fires over the middle. And that's a nice completion inside the 10 to Gadsden. 1st down and goal. This is still the first drive of the second half for either team. They have been methodically working their way through this Panthers defense. Doug Flutie 9 for 10 for 121. The only pass that he threw incomplete was batted down. Otherwise, he's been right on target. And a lot of the completions to the Arizona receivers have been wide open. That one overthrown.
Doug Flutie may have spent too much time polishing that golden arm and too little time looking downfield, Dan. That double coverage was airtight. He should have looked elsewhere.
2nd and goal. And 2 tight ends in. Swift in motion. Flutie aids back.
Flutie dropping back, floated, and it's intercepted at the goal line. I think they will call that a touchback. I am surprised to see Arizona go so consistently with the pass game when Priest Holmes has been magnificent on the ground. That is terrific defense there. There was nowhere for him to go. He'll take that knee and then he'll get tackled. So it should be 1st and 10 from the 20. That's the break the Arizona Cardinals, or the Carolina Panthers, excuse me. That's the break that they need. They have to do something on offense. Even a field goal is a positive here. McNabb drops back, stays on his feet, finds a receiver. Oh, the defender was in pretty solid position, but missed time to the jump. And as he was coming down, the ball went over his hands and into the receiver's arms. McNabb with an incredible job here as he took the snap, immediately got hit, stayed on his feet, and got rid of the ball and made it a pretty accurate throw there. That was a perfect defensive play call. He got through no problem. But McNabb just too big, too strong. A big old arm to whip that down the field. Or rip that down the field. Split back set. Going with a handoff right up the middle. I believe that's Michael Pittman, number 32. He'll get it up to midfield. 1st and 10 turns into 2nd and 5 after the run.
It's 2nd and 5. McNabb fades back. Barely gets it off. Conwell was the intended receiver, incomplete.
Ernie Conwell should have dove for it. Better to have grass stains on your elbows than a football in your hands.
Sorry, just double checking the audio. It turns out I recorded a video with the wrong audio input last week, so whoopsie daisy. I have 2 pieces of Razor equipment in here on my computer. McNabb rolls out and fires. Oh, you gotta hold on to that ball. It was right on the money.
Barber shadowed his man well enough that pass went for an incompletion.
And it's 4th down and 5. I think you go for it here. I don't know that this game is definitely not built for 2023 football, obviously. But maybe an update. You always hold out hope.
It's away.
He'll return it from the 12-yard line. And he'll get about 10 yards, which is about average. So 16 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Carolina just cannot put a drive together. They should still be on the field, the Carolina offense. That should have been a completed pass on 3rd down and 5, but they can't turn the interception into points. So 1st and 10 is going to go with another pass play and get him firing even after the interception. And Gadsden comes up with a nice completion, about 11 on the reception.
Great catch.
Yeah, and very, very tough to do in double coverage like that.
Yeah, you got two guys flipping a coin to see who's going to cream you. Terrific job by the receiver.
That'll do it for quarter number 3. The Arizona Cardinals lead 10-0 in a game that I thought would be more competitive between a 4-0 Arizona Cardinals team, a 3-1 Carolina Panthers team, and it's been all Arizona. Each team with 4 possessions, but nearly quadruple the yards for the Arizona Cardinals.
All on the 33. Single back formation.
Flutie throws, and it's deflected, I believe. See what the penalty is. They're going to call another pass interference on. This is the second pass interference we've seen where it just feels like Flutie's ball is well short of the receiver. It's not great plays, and they're being rewarded with penalties and set them up with fresh sets of downs.
The Cardinals will have the first down off the penalty. Lyle gets set after committing the penalty.
1st and 10, handoff left side. Nice job by Holmes to plow through a man and get thrown forward for an extra 4 or 5 yards. That is a massive run from a 1st and 10 to another 1st and 10. Run of about 15 on that one.
Talk about keeping it floored, Dan.
A little muscle car running, that's for sure, Peter. Very impressive acceleration.
Oh, yeah, forget about the 40-yard dash time. I want to see his quarter-mile time.
What?
Ball at the 45-yard line. They line up with their tight end left.
Should see Arizona shift into a bit more of a clock management mode, and of course they throw it as soon as I say that into double coverage. Couple receivers in the same spot. That's never what you want to see. It brings extra defenders into the area, and that is kind of the result you're looking at. It's just a bit of a mess and very easily could have been picked off. Instead, it's 2nd down and 10. Arizona staying aggressive. After I said, hey, maybe they'll start running out the clock.
Harrison goes in motion. Flutie drops back.
Flutie again dropping back. It's a bad throw on Flutie, and thankfully not rewarded with a bad penalty. Looking for Torrey Holt on the play. 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Shotgun formation. Flutie from shotgun.
Flutie with a quick pass, but it's jarred loose by a nice hit going back to Holt. Holt just seems like he can't come up with the passes that he needs to. That'll be a 4th down and 10. Now they're going to leave Carolina a lot of time on the clock.
Comes in and
ready for this punt. And let's see, you take off what? It's 120 seconds, 2 minutes. You can slice this down to the nearly to 2-minute warning.
the fair catch.
Instead, the incomplete passes give them nearly double the time. 4 minutes, they're only down 2 scores. They are unfortunately on their own 11-yard line, and they have not looked good, but not too late to put your best drive of the game together. Your defense has been doing well enough to keep it a 2-score game. They'll go with a run to Pittman. He'll slice it up the middle. Gains 4. Looked like that was maybe supposed to go more to the right side of the line, but a pretty good vision there by Pittman to cut it inside, pick up a few extra yards. 2nd down and 6. Kind of a hurry up here from the Carolina Panthers. Not a full-on no huddle, but they are hurrying to the line. McNabb steps back and throws on a quick drop. Glenn can't come up with it. And it's 3rd down and 6 just like that.
You can't coach that.
These are the kinds of games that I dread as a commentator. Just teams not completing passes or Arizona not milking the clock. I mean, even if Carolina stops you 3 times, you still take time off the clock. So we see a nice athletic catch there that'll go for 1 more yard than they needed. I think it was 3rd and 6, so that one went for 7.
Really uses his head here and makes a great play.
Nice adjustment to the ball there. Stays in bounds, and
3rd down to have a receiver who'll fight to get across that line.
You can't coach desire like that.
Ball on the 22.
Derek Mays. McNabb under center.
McNabb aids back.
Drops and throws to the flat. It's Pittman. He's up past the 30 to the 40, but he stepped out of bounds at the 38-yard line. Pittman had at least a couple more yards in him, but stops the clock and the fresh set of downs. This is working well for the Carolina Panthers. That's how they found the previous 1st down as well.
Ball at the 38-yard line. McNabb from the gun.
McNabb from the shotgun, dropping way back, firing over the middle, and he's contacted as the ball got there. Moore doesn't come up with the catch. It's 2nd down and 10.
Second and 10. McNabb from shotgun. Throws. He's tackled, and that's his 2nd catch of the afternoon. Ball on the 44.
It's a terrific catch falling backwards there. Sets up a 1st and 10 in Cardinals territory. Quick snap, quick completion as they go into the hurry up. This is what I like to see, a little bit of the clock management. 2nd down and 3 after the 7-yard gain. McNabb with the play action pass. Sidearm shot. I think the play action motion there threw off the timing of that route. If he just takes the snap and whips it out to Glenn as quickly as possible, he's probably got a pretty good chance at a completion. Instead, the defender was able to read the quarterback, see where the receiver was, drive on the ball. And that's the difference between a catch and an incompletion. 3rd down and 3. McNabb drops back, throws into double coverage. It's tipped off the back of his teammate and back into his hands. Intercepted, and that should end the game for the Panthers. We're going to get a look at this play here as you see the ball come in, tipped off the hands, off the nameplate of his teammates, and magnetized into the hands of the defender, Hill.
Well, Dan, they're on target.
Game's not over.
Cruise to the finish line. Just move the ball and take as much time off the clock as possible.
You had to get at least 3 there for Carolina to really make this interesting. Holmes with a huge run. That's a huge run from Priest Holmes off the left side of that line. Take another look at it. Nobody. 5-6 yards. Makes the first guy miss. Another 5 or 6 yards before he's finally dragged down.
his play up and allowed some big yards.
Arizona should take this down to the 2-minute warning. First down or 2 should end the game. Do.
Ball at the 39-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute
And there we go.
warning.
Good clock management by Arizona. 2 minutes to go.
Ball on the 39. Holt in motion.
Flutie takes the snap, hands off to Holmes, makes the first guy miss, but the second guy drags him down after a gain of 5.
Timeout.
Priest Holmes was having none of that tackle. Check this out. Sit down. He throws the defender off like a coat on a hot summer day.
You know, after that hit, I'm not sure which hurts worse, Peter, the defender or the defense's pride.
I'd say a little of both on that play, Dan.
It's 2nd and 5. High formation. Holmes to get the ball again. Great tackle. On a 9-year
Another
ban.
timeout.
Virginia. The Panthers will take a timeout. That's their second.
Great read by the D on 2nd down. They shackled that little run to the outside pretty quickly.
It's 3rd and about 7. Cardinals.
Looks like it is just about over. 21-point game. Michigan 34, Washington 13. Michigan hasn't seemed to do a whole lot through the air, but they haven't needed to. They've amassed over 300 rushing yards. Huge first quarter for the Michigan running back. They are going for it here on 4th down and 1. A first down will end this game. Congratulations to the Washington Huskies on an amazing season, making it all the way to the college football national championship. He is short. And that is going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. I like the gutsy call there. I like that you're just trying to end this game right here, right now. I don't love the pitch play to the outside, but defense ran or defended it very well. And a good little tackle there to turn him sideways.
With this little time left, they should have just punted it away. Well, it'll take a miracle or 3, but they have the smallest of small margins to win. They will need to score very, very quickly, however.
1:42 on the clock. McNabb, 8 back.
McNabb dropping back, fires over the middle, finds a receiver for 13 yards. Now quickly hurried to the line at the 36-yard line, 10 for 17. The one pick that was bobbled and kind of deflected. Not necessarily his fault, though. That one is his fault. Did not see the defender in the area and just snagged it right out of the air. Arizona with 2 huge takeaways in the 4th quarter. And that will seal this game.
Watch this. There's the INT, and now it's off to the races.
Fantastic running. Before the offense could react, he's already 10 yards down the field.
Hey, he just keeps going. What a play. You gotta love it. This drive will wrap it up for them. Well in control of this game, Dan. They just need to pound.
Not the
it out
cleanest
and
of
take
games for
time off.
Arizona, but you can, I guess, kind of understand why they're 4-0. They did a great job controlling the clock, especially in the first half. Their defense did come up with some big plays there in the 4th quarter. Obviously not the recipe to go, 16-0 or whatever. I don't think they're going to do that anyway. I don't think any team's ever going to go 16-0 in this series, but they don't necessarily have to put up a ton of points to win. Carolina, on the other hand, I'm a little surprised that they're 3-1. A little surprised because they did not look good in this game at all.
Ball on the 47. He'll take a knee, and the clock will wind down.
Okay, so the final seconds tick away here. 10-0 your final, Arizona over Carolina. We are going to head to two of the worst, so we can look at two of the best teams in the league, or two of the teams with the best record in the league, and we are going to do the complete opposite. We're going to go watch the Oakland Raiders and Buffalo Bills, and both those teams are bad.
Pleasure bringing you today's game. We'll see you next time for more NFL action on ESPN. Now,
Oh, that's what I was
let's go
going
to the
to
post-game
do. Because I can never
wrap-up.
remember.
Thanks for joining us here on the ESPN postgame show. I'm Clark Dishman. The Cardinals come away with a decisive 10-point win over the Panthers.
Yeah,
They
pretty
now move to
decisive.
5-0
Total
on the
yards,
year.
228.
The Cardinals completely arrested the ground
Yeah.
game today. Just look at the statistics.
Four.
Their front
4
man held
yards.
the line of scrimmage and was a big part in the win. Eric Davis made his presence known defensively and ended with a total of 4 tackles. He's our ESPN player of the game. Well, that will do it for now. Make sure you tune into the weekly wrap-up for the entire weekend scores, highlights, and insight. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.
Oof, 27 of 50. Yuck. Oh my goodness. That's what I want. Alright, let's hit the schedule and let's go. Raiders, Bills, Game 2. And these teams are not good, so you have been warned.
The Raiders come into today's game allowing a bunch of
7th
yardage
rushing
through the air.
offense, but
Their
everything
pass
is
defense
24th
ranked
and
uninspiring
lower.
24 in the league.
Goodness
They will be going up
gracious.
against a team with similar
They have a
weaknesses
top
as the Bills, who
10
come in
rushing
with a
offense
dominating
and
secondary.
defense.
They possess
But the
ability
passing
to shut
offense and
down most
defense
middle
leaves
of
some
the
room to be
passing
desired. The
attack
passing
and
defense
completely
faring a little bit
disrupt
better.
offensive coordinators' game plans. We'll
Huh.
see what happens along with Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe, who are on location in Buffalo.
Welcome. It's a nice
0-3 taking on 1-3. Can the Raiders pick up their first win of the season? Can the Bills deny them a win and keep that goose egg alive?
Oh, these DBs have speed, baby. Greasy speed. They close on the ball. like
Jason
cheetahs, really.
Seahorn
You can't
is a name I haven't heard in a
call
long
it.
time.
Amps up his teammates until they are foaming at the mouth, Dan. This is the guy the secondary rallies around. And looking over to the team warming up, we see another awesome cover guy. Jason Seahorn comes in with the ability to sometimes shut down his side of the field. Quarterbacks, beware. Defensively this season, he's averaged 3 tackles and around an interception a game.
Thanks, Peter. Let's go midfield, where the team captains are ready for the coin toss.
We choose heads. Heads is called. Heads it is.
The Raiders choose to receive. Let's get started.
Okay, let's get rolling here with game number 2. Seeing that we have an 0-3 team taking on a 1-3 team, I have a feeling we might be a bit of a mess, but Buffalo does have a good rushing offense and defense. I guess maybe if maybe it's one of those weird things. It was Cincinnati last season in NFL primetime 2002, where it just felt like there were teams that just didn't have the right quarterback or the right pieces for the type of offense that they wanted to run. Both of these teams new, by the way, here in this season. So we don't know who's playing for who. We have a quarterback, I believe, number 8 there. He's going to throw it to the outside. It'll be, oh, wow, it'll be caught, and that's a big run. That's a nearly 20-yard gain. Sloan picking up a monster reception there. And it looked like it was going to be blown up at the line of scrimmage or even in the backfield. There was a defender right there, but he just could not get him down.
Ball on the 39.
Sloan with 132 yards, about 20 of those on the one play. Out to the 39. Going to go with a nice run off the far side. 2nd down and 4. Bennett.
Second and 4. And the tight end to the left. Terrell goes in motion.
McMahon taking the snap, winging it down the field and overthrows his intended target. We have an injured player on for the Raiders, grabbing at the chest. McMahon is a quarterback that we've seen before. Mike McMahon, 23 of 47, 250 yards this season, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. 3rd down and 4 early in this one. Wings it out past the 50, and he'll find a completion. He'll get driven out of bounds. It's a clutch 3rd down conversion. We still have not seen the offense or the defensive lineups for this, so that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and with double coverage, I'm really surprised the pass came his way at all. Ball at the 44-yard line.
So in Buffalo territory at the 44, it's 1st and 10. A little over a minute and a half gone here in quarter number 1 of game number 2. McMahon dropping back, way back. Throws it short. He'll pick up some nice yak. He'll get a gain of 6.
Was injured a bit ago, and now we have the report.
We will get an update here.
Could be broken ribs, Dan.
Ooh.
The doctors are saying that it could take a couple of weeks to recover to the point where he could play again. They are, however, giving him a painkiller shot, and if the damage is not too severe, there's a small chance we could see him back in this game.
Well, it's nice to hear he's okay, but someone is going to have to...
Potentially some broken ribs happen. They're talking about giving him a pain shot. If there's not too much damage, he might be back in the game. Speaking of players that should have been taken off the field because of injury, as we take a look quickly at the offensive line, look at that hairstyle for Timmerman.
Shows up to play on every down, Dan, protecting his quarterback at any cost.
Next up, the receiving corps.
Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco himself. David Sloan over there looking like John Bernthal.
And just under a touchdown a game.
I'm going to be the Punisher.
But not least, we have
Mike McMahon, William Henderson, and Emmitt Smith in the backfield. In both games that I watched yesterday, which was, well, I guess I watched the end of one of the other games because they switched it away. From the Saints-Falcons game, there was a player who came down really hard and clearly was knocked unconscious, but he sprung up and needed to be taken off the field. And then Justin Fields should have been taken out of the game sooner than he was after he got hit in the Bears-Packers game. Yeah, both of them were pretty brutal hits, and it's like, you got to get him off the field like that.
Next up are the linebackers.
Keith Brooking is the
You're an independent, you're an independent person who does not care about anything that's happening on the field except for the health and safety of the players, and you let them play multiple snaps after those hits. If they come out and they test fine or whatever and get back in quickly, it looks a little weird, but I trust you to get done what you need to get done. There's a nice run for Smith off the right side, picks up 5. Down to 2 minutes here in 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. But I think you have to be way more proactive with when you're taking people off the field.
Just one man in the backfield.
There you go with a pitch. That's Henderson. He'll lose a yard, and it's 4th down and 6. So a big long drive for the Oakland Raiders to start the game. will result in just a field goal attempt.
Vinatieri lines up for the first quarter lead.
It looks like they are content with running the clock down here in the first quarter. Field goal is up, field goal is good, and we have a 3-0 game in Buffalo. The Raiders out in front.
Adam Vinatieri sends this one flying through the uprights from way back. Man, that's a great kick.
That's a kick that separates players in this game. Some guys have the distance, some do not. The Raiders strike first in the game, 3-0.
3.5 minute, 10 play, 51-yard drive. They averaged 5.1 yards per play on that drive.
It's off.
Nearly offsides on the kickoff, which is kind of wild. He'll return it from a yard deep. Up past the 20, where he's met by number 57, who throws him forward. Somehow he got contacted at the 20 and did not get thrown down or make contact with the ground until the 25-yard line. Battle of the quarterbacks, number 8, Kyle Orton.
Ball on the 25.
Perhaps. I don't know why that's the name that jumps out to me. Maybe he played for the Buffalo Bills in the dark times. Going with a handoff to Bettis. Bettis bullies a man down and plows forward for 5.
Ball at the 30-yard line.
Oh, Mark Brunell is number 8. Handoff to Bettis. Has to bulldoze his way through the defense again. That time he just picks up 1. Here's the offense for the Buffalo Bills. A couple of guys smiling. That's nice to see on the left side.
Next up are the receivers.
David Patton leads this squad, putting on
Christian
a big
Fourier
show for the fans. So far this season, he's averaged 55 yards on 3 catches a game.
Finally, here's the general.
David Carr, interesting.
Mike Allstott gives this trio its
Jerome
punch. On the ground
Bettis?
this season, he's averaged 35 yards on
Why do they
9
call him the
carries a
bus?
game.
Because he's afraid to fly. That's John Madden.
3rd and 4.
Carr's going to drop back for the final play of the first quarter, and he had it in his hands. A terrific defensive effort there to knock it loose. And the Bills quickly will go 3 and out. 6 yards, all 6 of them on the ground. You can see why this Buffalo Bills team is 1-3. You can also kind of see why the Raiders are 0-3. They hit a nice long drive. 3.5 minutes, 10 play, 50-yard drive, but it only ended in a field goal.
Comes in to punt after a 3 and out. There's the punt.
Oh, wow, okay.
Bennett reels in the fair catch.
Got kind of teased there. Thought we were going to see maybe a blocked punt, but we
They came
don't.
away with 3 last time, and I'm kind of curious to see if they can punch this drive into the end zone.
Ball on the 29.
Okay. So McMahon comes back out onto the field. Ball in the Oakland 29. These are 2 teams we might not see again this season, considering that one of them's 0-3 and the other team is 1-3. But early on, we want to get everybody involved, see all the players and all the teams. They'll pick up 3 on their first play of the second drive.
It's 2nd and about 7 yards. Johnson goes in motion.
Smith with the run. He's going to find some room on the right side. Leaps over a man and hustles his way up the far sideline Knocked out of bounds finally after a huge gain.
David Sloan provides needed assistance there with
Sloan with a really nice block there. A couple of nice blocks to spring him loose there. Got off the first block, found the second guy. And by then, Smith was gone.
It's just one guy on defense.
The Raiders, with a nice run on the last play, will have another first down. They're going with Dion. Smith again gets
Smith getting the ball again, slides through a tackle, but the second guy is there to polish him off. 2nd down and 4.
Emmitt Smith squeaks by on that play. He almost gets taken down, but watch how he pulls this out. Takes a shot from behind, but just keeps churning his legs until he's out of trouble.
Well, it just goes to show, Peter, persistence pays off in a pinch. Ball at the 37-yard line.
Surprised that doesn't get copyright claim. Sports Center notification chime. Blocked worldwide. 2nd and 4. A nice job to slice and weave through the defense. Picks up a first down. And the Raiders are really working this clock.
Importantly, however, he moves the chains. Nice play.
And all the latest scores at segasports.com. First and 10 inside the 30. Just inside the 30. Dropping back and finding a receiver. That time the catch is made. Scott holds on to the ball and first down and 10.
With this pass, but he gets the job done. Right there. See how he turns around and make the grab? He barely misses a step.
Well, a throw like that is tough to snare, Peter, but he takes it in stride.
Indeed he does.
Ball at the 17-yard line.
Darnay Scott, 13 receptions on the season, 2 of them for touchdowns. McMahon dropping back, firing towards the end zone. It's caught, threaded it through 2 defenders. And just like that, it is 9-0.
Totally threads the needle.
With 2 defenders on the prowl, that was a tough throw to make, Peter, but he pegged him for 6.
Pegged him, huh? Pegged him for 6?
Vinatieri will line up for the point after. It's away. He adds the extra point. The Raiders make it a 2-score game. They are now up 10-0. Vinatieri is back to kick it away. Got a lot behind this one. Hambrick catches it in the
Deep in the end zone, he'll take a knee. So 2:12 here to go in the second quarter. Oakland has polished off a couple of drives. That time they do make it into the end zone. They put 6 on the board, 7 with the extra point. And both of their drives have been long. Long drives. Really shortening this game.
They line up in the eye.
Carr throws to a receiver, number 84, who's going to get up the field. The defender went for the batted ball, but missed it, and Moore comes up with a huge gain. Right around midfield is where he's finally taken down.
Ball for a nice reception. Right there. But the play doesn't stop there, Dan.
No, sir. That's just the first act in a beautiful big-yard play. A sterling effort all around.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning. I'm surprised I didn't realize the clock did not stop. They're actually technically in Raiders territory at the 49-yard line.
The Bills, after the big pass last play, will have a first down. They're going with 3 wideouts. Bettis with the ball through the left side. Peppers hijacks that play after a couple of yards.
Took the handoff and went right of center and gets a few.
Second and 8.
Taking it long, it's gonna be done, Law.
Carr dropping back, rolls outside, fires to his receiver who can't hold on. Another Buffalo Bills drop. It's going to make it 3rd down and 8, 1:24 to go in quarter number 2, excuse me. I'm having all kinds of problems here. Still getting into the flow of making the content.
Let's play smart, baby. Let's play smart.
From the gun.
Carr drops back. Quick fire into a bit of a congested area. Another incomplete pass. And the Buffalo Bills likely punting the ball away here. 4th down and 8.
Just a minute 21 remaining.
John Jett will come out. First punt win for 40. This one you probably want to go about, what, 40?
It's away.
He angled it into the corner there, and that is going to drop inside. Oh my goodness, what an incredible dive that was. That one went about 35 yards, and that works.
If they can get another score before the half, they could take a commanding lead. Big
So
drive
1st down and
right
10 with 1:13 to go. Try to play the field position game a little bit. Maybe you can get a quick stop here. Quick stop with decent field position. You have a couple of shots to maybe try and get a field goal. Tackled and contacted in the backfield. Spun out of it, but still knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. I'll call it no gain.
All on the 7.
And with another handoff, that time to Emmitt Smith. No timeouts. Buffalo should be using them, but
left of center, and he got a couple, but there's still a way to go to move the chains.
3rd and 8.
Buffalo should use the timeout. Oakland should not snap this ball.
They line up with 4 wideouts.
And they will snap it. They'll run it. There should be a timeout. Okay.
The Bills take their first timeout.
The D pushes it to 4th down. You know, they gave up a few yards, but I doubt they'll be losing sleep over them tonight.
12 seconds on the game clock.
12 seconds. Punt time is probably going to be about, or the hang time about 4, so 8 to 7 when they return the ball. Ooh, not even going to be that. It's going to be 6. Not terrible, though, all the way up to the 40. It's like a 57-yard field goal. I mean, if you're really aggressive and really crisp, you can try and pick up a couple of yards. But it's going to be a literal couple. I think instead they're just going to take a shot at the end zone here. Carr drops way back, fires toward the end zone. It's caught. Completely busted coverage in the back end, on the back end of the Buffalo, or the. It's caught for a touchdown. Completely busted coverage on the backside of the Oakland defense, and with zeros on the clock, the Buffalo Bills are going to kick an extra point to make this a 3-point game. That is wild. He didn't even have to heave it to the end zone. That was Aaron Rodgers to Randall Cobb against the Bears right there.
The extra point, good.
It's a completely blown coverage.
Score 10-7. The ESPN halftime update with Clark Dishman is coming up next.
Turns out Buffalo only
Welcome
needed
to
to worry about the
ESPN
one timeout.
halftime update.
Total yards for Buffalo,
Review of the
80,
numbers from the first half of play.
and
The
40 of
Raiders
those came on that
have
last pass play.
demonstrated that they can get possession and maintain
But look at that
possession.
time of
Still
possession
a
difference.
game,
That is
but the stats
huge.
are
Buffalo
forecasting a winner.
barely had the ball.
Has caught balls for a total of 40 yards.
David
and
Sloan
one
looking
touchdown.
good.
A clear choice for our ESPN hot at the half player. That's our halftime report. I'm Clark Dishman with a reminder to tune in to the ESPN postgame show at the conclusion of the game. Let's send it back to Dan and Peter.
The Bills cut it close. It's still anybody's game. The score, 10-7.
And they get the ball back after half. Huge potential swing here.
The second half.
Even just going on a 10-0 run to tie the game is big. To the 10, to the 20. We get up to the 24-yard line before he's taken down. So 1st and 10 for Buffalo.
Well, this game could go either
To
way,
open
Dan, and
quarter
that's what
number
makes this
3,
drive
coming off the
critical. They'd love to put some points on the board
huge
right
touchdown.
here.
That is,
Ball on the 24.
there wasn't an Oakland Raider like in the screen or in the frame. Carr fires over the middle, and they just cannot hold on to the ball. The tight ends have not been good today.
Player's number, including its 4-digit extension, baby. There was no way that pass was getting by him.
Seen a number of drops by the Buffalo Bills receiving staff.
Take it down to nowhere, baby.
Carr fades back.
Carr drops back. Short drop. He'll be tackled after a gain of 5. Nice job to hold on to the ball that time by Stallworth.
Get the completion for several yards. Not enough for the first, but still a nice gain.
It's 3rd and 5.
Big third down, team. Play it tight and shut them down.
Carr drops back.
Carr dropping and firing. It's picked off. That was a terrible throw by Derek Carr. David Carr. Who's currently in the lead?
That one for a great pickoff.
David
Watch out,
Carr?
he's in the right
Derek
place
Carr's
at the
currently
right
in the
time.
league. This is
Oh, how sweet
David
it is.
Carr,
Yeah, sweet,
I
but
believe, who
it's
lost a
hardly
chunk of an
luck,
ear.
Even when you're in perfect position, intercepting a pass is no picnic.
You got a point there. A little luck, but mostly field smart.
And that
You
is
know
a
where the ball
terrible
is
throw. I
going.
believe he would have been a
Our
rookie in
offense
this game, the
takes the field
first
after that great
Texans draft
interception.
pick.
Let's see if they can capitalize.
Ball at the 36-yard line.
There was a terrible interception. Receiver covered very well by the Raiders defense. No, take the ball and they'll go ahead and pitch it to the outside.
Nice to see the defense
Start working on this third quarter clock. They've already had the
outside. Real quick reflexes.
time. They had, what, 70% of the time of possession in the first half. We're going to add on to it here in quarter number 3.
Ball on the 36.
We'll be heading west after this to Chicago,
Receivers on the field.
who should be playing in a collegiate stadium in this game.
Barely gets it off. Out on the wing. Williams forces
Dives
him
out of
after
bounds
picked
after
up
he
a
gains
handful on the play.
3,
They tossed
4.
this one out left and complete the pass, but there wasn't a lot there. The defense reacted that baby in a hurry.
It's now 3rd and 6.
Mike McMahon, 71 yards and a touchdown pass.
Clouds in motion.
3rd down and 6 in Buffalo territory. See if the Buffalo defense can hold them to a field goal try. That is exactly what they will do. A nice play there to blow them back for a loss at 2. And a quick 3 and out. That's a big play. He's going to beat that offensive lineman and crush Shipment Smith in the backfield.
Shut down the play.
That's great 3rd down defense. You don't want to give them an inch. Vinatieri lines up for the field goal.
Kick is up, and it's good.
Tremendous kick as he sails it over that
Couldn't see. I
defensive
thought it was
line.
actually going to drift left and miss the upright, but
Doesn't blink and nails the field goal from a long way away. A great kick.
Keep making kicks like that, and your coach will start calling you sir.
Keep making kicks like that, and your coach will call you from the laundromat to see how you like your shirts done.
The Raiders' lead is now stretched, but still within a single possession. The score, 13-7. Vinatieri sets up and will kick it away. Good kick.
3 yards deep. He'll return it up to the 15, and he'll get met right at the 20-yard line. So the Buffalo Bills turn the ball over on offense, but the defense holds Oakland to just a field goal attempt, leaving this a one-score game.
If they worked out the kinks here.
Halfway through quarter number 3.
20-yard line.
Maybe this is the nice part of the field. I think I'm going to keep you here for a while.
Carr goes back.
Carr drops back, throws to the outside into triple coverage.
Third reception of the day.
Stallworth comes up with a nice reception. He'll gain 4.
There wasn't much room.
Which is one more than the number of men that were all over him. It was a terrible decision by Carr.
It's now 2nd and 6.
David Carr. Where the hell was I getting? Was that what I said? David Carr? I said Derek at one point. David Carr. It's a nice run off the right side. Bettis bruises his way for 5. 3rd down and 1.
Yards off second down.
Third and 1.
It's only a few feet, but you ain't going nowhere.
They line up with 2 tight ends.
Bettis right up the middle. He'll pick up 2. That'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
A couple there and picked up the first.
1:17 here in the third quarter as the clock winds.
All on the 31. One man back. Bettis will get the ball again.
Bettis bounces it outside, tackled from behind, and drugged down after a gain of 4.
You can't underestimate the value of getting
Just keep
solid
feeding this guy.
6 yards to go.
Clock isn't an issue. Let the big bruising back wear down this defense. Jason Sehorn with 4 picks on this season already. Looks like he might have actually played for Buffalo around this time. They're going to give it to Carr. Carr again throwing into triple coverage.
room in the middle, but couldn't make the catch.
There are a couple of guys who have been dropping some passes in this Buffalo receiving core. That's the term I was looking for. The receiving
Now
core.
3rd and 6.
They can't stay here. Push them back.
Bettis with the carry.
Bettis off the right side. I like the idea. Try to pick up 6, but instead he only gains 3. That'll either do it for the third quarter, or maybe we'll get the punt beforehand, but 4th down and 3.
It's the end of the third quarter. The Raiders.
And we do indeed get the end of the third quarter, as it is 13-7.
13-7.
Buffalo's doing their best to make it interesting, but the Raiders have controlled this game throughout.
Jet lines up and gets ready to punt it away. Nice punt.
From the 20, he'll return it and get about a 13-yard return up to the 33-yard line. And that will start quarter number 4.
Well, let's see if they pull something aggressive out of their hats for the first play of this drive.
Ball on the 33.
Stick down on your end of the field, baby.
Smith, they're going to hand the ball off. Another nice effort by the Buffalo Bills to get into the backfield. We stop that run before it starts. 2nd and 10 after the no gain. Does seem like the Buffalo Bills have made a nice adjustment. It looked like Smith was kind of having his way there. Even the other running back that they had was being able to pick his way through some of their defensive sets, but they've done a nice job clogging him up here in the second half, and that continues on 2nd and 10 as they throw Henderson down, and that's the name I was trying to think of, but I wasn't 100% sure on. 3rd down and 10 following 2 runs of no gain.
3rd and 10.
Man drops back, throws a completion out to the far sideline. That'll pick up 6. Johnson with a nice job to catch the ball and keep this clock moving.
They really wanted more yards out of that one.
Don't really want to do what the Arizona Cardinals did. They kind of just gave the Carolina Panthers a bunch of time. It obviously didn't hurt them, but I keep getting tricked that we're going to get a blocked punt. I moved earlier. It's like, oh my gosh, this is the one. And then there was a guy there. There was a guy there the whole time. I just didn't see him.
They would definitely like to score on this drive right here. There's not enough time left for mistakes.
Ball at the 25-yard line.
That outside was a fluke. We're going to get the ball right back.
Barely gets it.
Carr throws it and finds a completion. This is a monster gain into Oakland territory, down to the 20. Inside the 20, he's knocked out of bounds at the 19. Patton with a huge gain on the throw from Carr, and that is going to put Buffalo in business. It is a quick drop. Bad defense. Looks like it's a receiver with a linebacker in zone coverage in his area, and that's too easy. Buffalo has to come away with some kind of points here. Carr under 50% completion. He does have 137 yards, though. 2 plays have accounted for at least like 80% of it. That's a dangerous throw to the outside. That'll go for a loss of 1. Would have been better to just drop it. The clock starts. And it's 2nd down and 11. So you have the monster pass there, which was, 50 yards? The 40-yard pass, so he's 90-ish yards out of 130 now. Coming on 2 throws. Carr again throws to the flat. Nice job to avoid the first tackle, but can't get past the second man. Solid gain to 7. 3rd down and manageable coming up. Field goal isn't the worst scenario here for the Bills. They have been a little feast or famine throughout this game, though. Anything but a turnover. They have a couple of timeouts to work with. I believe they have all 3 of them still.
They go with the I formation.
Maybe we'll get this play off before. That is before the 2-minute warning. That is a disastrous run play. I don't love the pitch plays or the toss plays, stretch plays to the outside in these scenarios. It's just so well read. Bad blocking attempt there. And Bettis gets knocked for a big loss. Going to bring out the field goal unit as we hit the 2-minute warning.
Put your offense on the field sooner, that's for sure.
It'll be a 36-yard.
And this is the correct call. Take the points. Take the points.
It's away. Good. He's accurate from that range, and he proves it there.
Jason Hansen nails it for 3.
So Hansen knocks it through. 2 quarterbacks, number 8. 2 kickers, number 4.
You know, he's got to factor in things like wind and weather, but ultimately it just, for him, comes down to the ball and the uprights.
The
Bills
ball and
cut
the
into
uprights.
lead, and the game can go anywhere from here. The score,
5-play, 57-yard drive.
Henson lines up, signals, and we're ready for the kickoff.
55 of those yards coming on the 1 play. So he'll return it from the 5 up to the 15 to the 20. Tackled short of the 25. They'll mark it at the 24-yard line. First down and 10.
First down, Raiders.
Dan, the most important drive of the game here. If they get a first down and control the clock, hey, they could walk away with this one.
Ball at the 24-yard line. Scott goes in motion. Smith.
Hand the ball off to Smith. Buffalo doing a terrific job stuffing this running game. That continues here with a no gain and a quick timeout, 2nd and 10.
One off his right guard, but there wasn't much room past the line of scrimmage on that one.
The clock shows 1:49 seconds left.
2nd and 10, pitch to the outside.
Williams makes the
We'll
tackle.
pick up 4,
The Bills will take a
and that's
timeout.
their 2nd timeout. First down is going to end this game for the Oakland Raiders and put them in the win column.
It's now
Buffalo with a
3rd and
stop
6.
here will get the ball back with a minute and 30-ish and no timeouts.
Johnson in motion.
3rd down and 4. Working with some motion here. I haven't heard a whole lot from Chad Johnson. We're going to go with a pitch to the outside. He gets off the block and stopped short of the line to gain 4th and 2. Smith with great effort there. Looked like he was contacted at the line. Maybe had a yard on it and managed to fall forward for a couple more, but just couldn't keep his balance and avoid the contact to pick up the first down. So the Buffalo Bills here with a massive opportunity to go down the field and tie this game from the 30. Pretty nice run back, 12 yards up to the 42-yard line. 42's all over the board. 42-yard line is where they're starting. The returner was 42. My CPU usage is 42%.
Ball on the 42. They line up with 3 wideouts. Carr drops back.
Carr drops and throws, finds a receiver for a nice gain, and that'll get up past the 50 on the 45-yard line, so a gain of like 13.
He sees his man and then airs it out for the completion.
Yeah, they are in sync. They're able to depend on each other as the play unfolds.
This isn't a game that I'd really like to see go to overtime, but it has been a better game than the previous game. Both teams being able to move the ball. It was all Oakland in the first half. Buffalo with a huge touchdown right at the break, and they've been a much different, much better team here in half number 2. 60 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He throws outside. Number 88 finally comes up with a catch, and he'll run out of bounds after a gain of 7. Angled out there. 54 seconds to go here in the fourth.
Seconds on the game clock.
Carr, short drop, long throw, no penalty flags on the play. Maybe a bit of a miscommunication there. That didn't go anywhere near the receiver. Thought maybe we'd see a pass interference penalty. We've seen a couple of them today, but nothing there. 3rd down and 3. We're going to go with a run to Bettis, and I like the call there. Pick up the first down. At least maybe try to give your kicker a couple extra yards to work with. 40 seconds to go here. Not in any sort of hurry. Okay. I was going to hit some buttons there just to kind of make sure that we didn't see the same problem we saw at the Jets-Jags game. Carr's going to drop back. He throws to the flat. That's a big miss right there. That's a catch for 2 yards that you just don't really want to see. Carr driving out there, rolling outside. Fires across the middle. 8 seconds to go. They aren't going to be able to get it because the time is running out. Buffalo's going to celebrate instead of getting to the line, and they lose the game.
And that's the end of the game. The Raiders win a
2 absolutely devastating losses in the last 2 weeks. Buffalo did everything correct except for throw over the middle. And who was it that did it for the Pittsburgh Steelers in that game against the Vikings? Did like a first down thing, and even though they were down like 10 points or something like that, they're trying to like get to the line. Wow. So the Raiders put their first win on the board. It was not pretty, but they were able to do it. Jason Sehorn, your player of the game. Couple tackles and a pick.
And that's all we have for you today. Don't forget to tune in to the weekly wrap-up for this week's scores, highlights, and analysis. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.
I'm Clark Dishman. Wow. Nope. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. We're gonna go ahead and save because that was a little herkier jerkier than I would like. That's unbelievable. They had no sense of urgency there. I don't even know that was the worst play. The other play was pretty bad as well, but they at least tried. They at least got on the ball. Guess I don't have to. Oh, no, I'm not playing this game. Good try. All right, let's head to Chicago. Packers, Bears, oldest rivalry in the league. Green Bay has dominated. Oh, God. Green Bay's the 32nd overall team? Ugh.
They will definitely be the underdogs as they face off versus the Bears, who
passing offense top 10. Everything else is not great. Overall, number 22.
To see how it turns out, we'll go to Dan Stevens and Peter O'Keefe.
I have wondered if, like, picking a team, I mean, you have to pick a team, but, like, how bad is it when you pick a,
Hey, I like this coach-player duo. These guys
if you aren't even talking about any of the Packers.
One of the better pass defenses in the league, Dick Giron, has formulated a terrific pass defense. It's a mixture of good play calling, good execution, and good players.
If that, like, hinders, but the Packers have made the playoffs. They played well. I always control them. I either control them or everyone.
Play is going to be a run and when it's going to be a pass.
32nd overall, though. That is tough.
Every other game.
Well, Peter, we'll see how it unfolds. Let's go to the coin toss at the 50-yard line.
We'll take tails.
Tails is called. It is head.
The Bears elect to receive, and we're ready to start the game. Taylor signals, and we're about to get underway.
So here we go, game number 3, live from Digital Chicago. They'll get out to the 20, and they'll mark them down to the 22-yard line. 1st and 10 is where the Bears will take over. So we get set.
And I'm curious to see how they start
I believe we're still in Soldier Field. I think we should be at, like, Illinois Stadium or whatever it is. But they might not have made that change.
Let's give the fans a show. Put some points on the board.
Ooh, is this perhaps Cordell Stewart? quarterback for the Bears? I forget, actually. I forgot. We had the Bears in the very first game because they have the cover athlete. I might have to run another draft where, like, I control a different team and see if they're also 32nd or if, like, Green Bay just did not draft well at all. That could be a thing. Could be a problem with it. But I also think that the other couple of games have weird quirks to them as well, so I don't know. This game series is so weird. I'm so glad that I get to use it, but like it is very weird. So look at the offensive line here for the Chicago Bears, who we saw back in week number 1 play the Minnesota Vikings. Jimmy Smith, Amani Toomer, Shannon Sharp.
So far this
Shannon.
season, he's averaged 52 yards and just under a touchdown a game.
And lastly, the man who
It is
calls the
indeed
plays
Cordell Stewart
and
with
the
Jamal
guy
Lewis in the
back him up.
background.
Cordell Stewart
Jeremy
started
Allen,
well with these other
who
two.
looks
Through the air
tiny
this
in that
season,
photo.
he's
What
averaged
happened?
204 yards and over a touchdown a game.
Back to the field now.
Shannon Sharp, who said that Jameis Winston should lose his job over the garbage time touchdown that they scored.
All at the 36-yard line.
Saints beating the Falcons.
Toomer in motion.
I don't know who all saw that play, but
Gets it.
it's a very weird situation as we see a 1-yard rush there from Lewis setting up a 2nd down and 9. It's a weird situation where, like, I get you want to get your guy a touchdown, but you can't line up in the victory formation. Like I said, there's like a handshake agreement that's like, okay, you're in the victory formation. We lost, you won, fine. Kind of garbage. Stewart drops back. He throws, and there is just nobody home. Miscommunication, perhaps. It's third down and 9.
The defensive line.
John Abraham deserves our full attention, Dan. He and his squad need to put
But
a
also,
lot
like,
of
how
pressure on
many
the
games did
quarterback
he play and still
That's
not get a
followed by the
touchdown?
linebackers.
It's kind of
today.
wild.
Claiborne is the standout player of this bunch.
I thought Jameis
The
Winston's
secondary.
answer was
Flies around
kind
the
of
field and
garbage, but
gets in
Artrell
receiver
Hawkins,
spaces.
Let's
we know
get back
him.
to the game.
Ashley Ambrose. He had maybe one of the best games we've ever seen from an individual player. He played for Kansas City last year in ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. It was a later in the later season. I want to say it was Kansas City, Oakland, maybe.
Stewart from the gun.
But he just every time it was him.
Will bring up 4th and short.
Of course, we did get like
Shy of the markers, Dan.
really nice statistical
What they
updates
decided to do
for
here.
them, so it was easier to like keep track of like who was there. But the pass goes for about 7, but it's 2 yards short of the line to gain. It's 4th and 2.
Comes in
Matt
and
Turk
punt
will come out to
away.
punt.
It's off.
That was weird for the crowd noise to just stop. It'll bounce out of bounds right around the 20-yard line, and that's where the Packers will take over. Curious. Does it say Soldier Field? No, it says Memorial Stadium.
Let's check it out.
Ball at the 20-yard line.
Oh, I didn't realize this is the second time we've been to Chicago.
They're going with their tight end left. Dawkins goes in motion.
Okay, so the Packers use motion here, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Matthews from shotgun.
Oh my goodness, it's intercepted, and that is a disaster. A touchdown for the Bears. He got hit as he was trying to throw it, and we got a big man pick 6.
Come true. Watch this bit of magic. Oh, that's the INT, and now he's off for the TD.
All right. Well,
The INTD.
okay play, Peter. No, this is
Wow.
definitely highlight material right here.
No doubt about it, Dan.
Everything about that play for Green Bay looked just disastrous. The motion seemed weird. The snap was odd.
We'll line up for the point
There were 3 Bears in the area to pick that ball off. And just like that, Chicago has a 6-0 lead.
There's the kick. The extra point is good. the first points on the board, 7-0.
I guess they are probably in a different stadium. When we've seen them in, we've seen the Bears in the other stadium before in Madden 03 and NFL Fever 2003. There's a big board on the end that's like a video board.
Nice kick. Charles gets it deep.
Okay, so Green Bay right back out on the field after the interception touchdown, and it's 1st and 10, this time from the 23.
They turned it over on the interception. Let's see if they worked out the kinks here.
We will not get a look now at the offense or defense for the Packers or Bears because of the turnover. Those are the play action pass, and that I thought was going to be intercepted yet again. Instead, it's off the hands of Martin and incomplete.
Second and 10.
Shane Matthews. 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions already. We are only in week 5, folks. Oh, is that Ricky Waters? He'll get nothing, and it's 3rd down and 10.
Third and 10.
Oh, Green Bay might be a one-and-done look at, well, a one-and-done team to look at this year.
Matthews drops back, throws, and it will be
My goodness, where was that throw? 3rd down and 10, and not only is it a bad throw, but again, you're talking about multiple receivers in the same area. It's just a cluster. There's 3 or 4 defenders. Longest punt this season, 34 yards. What is happening on this team?
There's the punt.
From inside the 40, he'll get all the way into Packers territory at the 48-yard line.
Well, they're going to start midfield. You know, that's the kind of field position they were hoping for.
All at the 48-yard line.
I can see the goal from here. Let's take it there.
They come out in the shotgun. Lewis will run it.
Lewis with really terrific vision right there. That was supposed to break to the left to the near sideline, but he bounced it back to the right or the far sideline. Picked up a huge gain of 9, and it's 2nd down and 1. The nicest thing the Chicago Bears can do here is just focus on running the ball and burning this clock, because this Green Bay team looks awful. We've seen them for 4 plays on the field offensively, and I don't ever want to look at them again. Lewis with a monster run, gets through the first tackle, slips through the second, and finally gets knocked down by the 3rd guy around the 25-yard line. Another huge run for Jamal Lewis.
Jeff Smith.
And this game might be over early.
Watch this.
Incredible highlight. Incredible telestration right there. They circled nothing but that man's ass.
Nice one.
All at the 25-yard line. They're going with their tight end right.
Stewart throws, and it is incomplete. Mitchell got hit right as the ball got there. It seemed like it kind of jarred the ball loose a little bit.
Second and 10.
Take it down to nowhere, baby. Yeah.
Stewart from the gun.
Stewart hits a snap and immediately gets rid of the ball. That's a terrific throw over to Smith.
First down.
He sends a telegram to his man for the completion. Take a look.
That is a
There's the throw.
terrific throw. I really like that play design. It's a shotgun snap. As soon as it's there, it's out of his hand.
It's almost instinctive at this point. Ball on the 12.
Another monster gain, and this Packers team looks lost, confused, and just bad. Pitch to the outside. Lewis loses one, and that will end the first quarter. 7-0 thanks to the interception touchdown, the big man INTD. Whew, a bunch of goose eggs and under a minute of possession, 58 total yards on a couple of possessions for the Chicago Bears, who held the ball for over 4 minutes or 80% of the first quarter.
Ball at the 13-yard line.
You better get ready to see that again.
Stewart drops back. Barely gets it up. Third down coming up.
Dan, I like that call.
Another quick drop and quick release there for Cordell Stewart. Finds a receiver for a pickup of 6. Gaffney on the receiving end. And quickly 3rd down and 4.
3rd and 4. Stewart fades back.
Stewart throws into the end zone, and there were 2 receivers in the area. It was 2 Bears on 1 Packer, and somehow Green Bay wins that matchup. They're able to knock the ball to the turf, and that should force a field goal try by Chicago. So this Packers defense bending but not breaking. The offense can get anything going. Lindo Mare, by the way, the field goal kicker here as he gets it up and knocks it through. 10-0.
Lindo Mare chips this one in pretty easily. Right through.
He could kick those in his sleep.
And sometimes he does, from what I hear. His wife makes him spend a lot of nights on the couch.
The Bears have extended their lead and make it a 2-score game. They're up 10-0.
Now, what is the playoff schedule this week?
Murray lines up for the kickoff. It's away. Allen catches it in the end zone. The 20. Stopped at the 29-yard line.
First down, Packers.
Gotta figure out when
Believe it or
that
not, these guys have yet to
Packers
see a
game
first
is
down
on.
today. Forget worrying about a score this drive.
Do, do,
Just try and move the ball
do.
downfield.
Ball on the 29.
Sunday at 1:30
Formation.
on Fox.
Lights off a tackle.
So the Packers pick up 2, 2nd down and 8. I think this is where you kind of take the ball out of the quarterback, who I've never heard of's hand. Lean on the running back, who I have heard of's hands
And 8.
and arms. And let Ricky Waters just kind of see if they can dent this defense a little bit.
Crash in motion.
2 3-yard runs now can add up to 4 or 5-yard runs later. And it's nearly intercepted. The receiver playing defense there to jar that ball loose.
David Martin would have caught that one if he made a
What in
diving
the
grab.
hell
for it.
was that sound in the
Somebody
background?
sacrificed the
There's a
body.
cartoon noise back there.
3rd and 8.
Fred Smoot, no tackles, no tips. I'd argue that that last one was a tip. Doesn't matter. The point is that the receiver had to play defense just to keep that ball from getting turned over again. He is well beyond the line of scrimmage. What is happening on this team? What's it? It's like behind the back.
The Packers outslide from that knucklehead penalty. You know, if this were a different TV show, I think I know which player they'd vote out of the stadium.
Is that a Survivor reference? Okay, so hold on. Who is on this? First one was 37 yards. Who is... Oh, I can't look at the game plan.
2 or 3 and out.
So the clock stayed moving with the penalty. I mean, I tell you, that INTD, like that happened, and I was like, this is not going to go well.
Ball at the 45-yard line.
Chicago again with incredible field position. Going with a handoff, Lewis. He'll pick up 2.
You can't underestimate the value of getting positive yardage on first down.
8 yards to go.
Ball on the 47.
3 tackles for Fields today.
Sharp in motion.
Pitch to the outside. Lewis, he's going to pick up a couple more yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 6. They should wind this down to the 2-minute warning.
Let's see what they do coming up.
Which again, thank you Chicago for keeping the ball on the ground, being willing to just go like, hey, we're like basically playing a high school football team right now, so we're just gonna run this clock down. We'll get out of here with a nice, easy victory. 10-0 with 2 minutes to go here in half number 1, game number 3 of our triple header. We'll be back next Tuesday with more NFL 2K3, so be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks to you for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. Cordell Stewart. Stewart hasn't looked great in the pocket. This should be a bigger lead, but Chicago has missed some throws here and there. Green Bay got kind of lucky on the toss into the end zone. There were 2 Bears in the area. It was kind of just a little bit of a right place, right time sort of thing. But we've seen Cordell Stewart miss a couple of throws that he probably should have. Lead feels like it should be bigger, though, than just 10-0. And 7 points of that coming from the defense. So this Packers defense is only giving up 3, and that was on the first drive. Or second drive. Stupid bug.
Dan, this drive is a great opportunity for them to climb back into this game before halftime.
Green Bay having an opportunity to do what Carolina couldn't do. Down 10, minute 50 to go here, second quarter. There's a little throw. There's a nice completion. See what happens if you stay behind the line of scrimmage. You don't get a penalty. Dawkins with the reception goes for 9. Feels a little fair for the Packers to not be in a complete hurry up at this point. Waters, big run right up the middle, up to the 39-yard line. That'll go for around 10.
Ball at the 39-yard line. They're going with a split backfield. Waters with the catch.
Another big run for Waters. We'll see a timeout taken here after the 6-yard gain.
Second down. 4 yards to go.
44 seconds on the game clock.
Watch for the run! Watch for the run!
2 tight ends on the field. Matthews stays back. Throws.
Oh, he almost had the completion, but almost isn't good enough. And the Bears defense comes up with a big pass breakup. 3rd down and 4. 41 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
3rd and 4.
Scores and standings updates coming up. We won't watch the post game though, or the weekly wrap up, because that gets copyright claim. We're going to go with a handoff to Waters. He slipped the first tackle, but the second guy drops him for a loss of 2. And the Chicago Bears are going to get
Take a timeout. That's their second.
get their first timeout used here to save themselves some time to put some points on the board before the half. Terrific read by the defense. Good job to finish off that tackle.
I think they even lost a little ground there, Peter. What a great defensive effort to force fourth down. The clock reads 36. Moore lines up and gets ready to punt it away. There's the punt.
Pretty good punt deep inside. Or not deep inside, but inside the 20. They'll only pick up a return of about 7 yards. So it'll be first and 10 from the 26-yard line for Cordell Stewart and co.
27 seconds to go.
These are our fans. Give them something to cheer about.
Single back formation.
They go with a run right up the middle. Lewis with a big old gain of 9. The Bears took a timeout to not really do anything with the punt return, but then do even less with the offense as they just run the ball.
And the will to fight back.
That looked painful.
I think that should...
That guy he stiff-armed might want to buy him a
I
pair
could
of
do it, but I did say that in the end of the second,
And if he needs to know his hands,
into the half in the second game, so who knows?
ball on the 35.
Stewart snaps the ball with 2 seconds left. Lewis runs off the left side, and he'll pick up a couple more yards, and that'll end half number 1. It is 10-0. Green Bay defense playing better than the score would indicate. They've only given up 3 points. But this Packers offense is
Time to go to the ESPN halftime update with Clark Dixon.
dazed and confused.
To the ESPN halftime
23
update.
total yards as
Come
opposed to
up big today.
82.
Just look at the points they've scored off
The
turnovers.
Chicago Bears have 27 passing yards, which is more than the Packers' total yards, and 55, nearly doubles on the ground. 1 interception for John Thornton. He does have the touchdown as well. He is, unsurprisingly, your hot at the half player, the only player with a touchdown so far in this 10-0 sludge fest. Lindo Mare.
Murray sets up and will kick it away to start the third quarter.
That kick is away. Way deep in the end zone, and he will go ahead and smartly take a knee 9 yards back. So first and 10 from the 20. Green Bay with the ball first here in the second half. A field goal would have been big. Opportunity to tie. Instead, just a chance to cut it down to a 1-score game.
Ball at the 20.
See if they can do anything, like any kind of adjustment to make this offense run better. I still think you hand it off to Ricky Waters in the backfield. They are taking a long time. Is there a problem with the defense? Austin unpaused, hoping that would help. And there must have been some sort of error with the game. So it'll be a false start, or a delay game, excuse me. First and 15.
The Packers lost track of time and get the delay of game call. Hey, fellas, buy a wristwatch or something.
Ball on the 15.
They're averaging 3.3 penalties per game for nearly 45 yards. They are giving up massive penalties.
Barely gets it off.
Throw a little bit high,
Moved to the outside and was open,
but he could not come down with it. He got hit as the ball got there. Packers receivers yesterday in the win and in game with Jordan Love and company made some terrific grabs. Looked like Jordan Love had sailed a couple of balls a little bit there, but a nice job by the Packers receiving corps to come down with some big pass catches. That one's just off the hand and incomplete, and quickly it is 3rd down and 15. It is like this team auto-drafted just a bunch of nobodies, and I don't know why.
It's 3rd and 15.
Quickly, only 11 seconds off of the clock here to start quarter number 3. That's a bit of a concern. They're going to drop back and throw yet another pass. That one's going to get through the defense, and he is off to the races up the far sideline. He's into Bears territory down near the 30. He'll get knocked out at the 32-yard line, and that is basically the entire Green Bay offense in one play right there.
The jackpot on that play. Watch it again. There's the catch, and he just goes and goes and goes.
That's the key to a great receiver. He never loses his focus on the pass, but he's also thinking about where he'd like to run with it.
You know, like me kind of, Dan. You know, I'm talking, but I'm always thinking, can I say you can't coach that right here?
The Packers, after the big pass last play, will have a 1st down. That will sit this play out after the big game.
So in field goal range, the Packers continue to throw the ball. That time it's off the hands, and oh man. It's a Kleinsaucer? Kleinsaucer. Trying to get their fullbacks involved, much like Miles Dawkins, but instead it's incomplete. Number of passes Packers players have had their hands on, but just can't come down with the reception. Going with the play action pass. Somehow, for some reason, the defender froze and then was like, oh, I can hit the quarterback really hard. We'll take a look at this this sack here. You'll see him just kind of hold up there for a second and then drive him back near the 40. That's a big sack right there because it could drive them out of field goal range. 3rd down and 16. You don't have to have it all, but I think you have to have 5 yards of it. I think you have to make up at least for the sack. It's a 55-yard field goal from here. Get rid of the ball. He throws it into double coverage. That one's incomplete. And this awful Packers drive comes to a close. Everything's through the air, and they don't even bother to use Ricky Waters, really. Did they use him on that drive at all? And they're going to punt the ball. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Oh my goodness. By the way, this Packers team 2-2. I mean, it's all right. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line, but that's a huge miss. Green Bay finally gets an explosive play. They finally get any sort of positivity on offense.
Ball on the 16.
You may have the ball now, but I get right back. Hey,
Lewis with the run and. Or with the carry, I should say. He'll pick up 3 after it looked like he was going to be stuffed at the line. 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd and about 7 yards.
keep an eye on the backfield. Watch for the run. They're running. Watch the run.
Lewis running. Nice stop.
Nice job by the Green Bay defense there to drive them back a yard. 3rd down and 8. This defense has done a really nice job throughout the day. Gave up the one drive that led to the field goal, but
3rd and 8.
the number of times we get that camera angle where it's like trying to zoom in on the quarterback, but he like goes to check with the offensive line or whatever. It's so funny. Cordell Stewart, soft touch and a nice defensive play there to bat the ball out of the hands of the receiver. It'll fall to the turf incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 8.
Had some yards to pick up to convert.
Turk will punt it away after a 3-and-out. Gets away.
So that's a quick drive.
Allen reels in
Fair
the
caught at the 42-yard line, so Green Bay will get their best starting field position of the day.
Well, their defense did their job and forced a 3 and out. Now it's the offense's turn.
Ball at the 42-yard line.
Does feel like the Packers missed out on a golden opportunity. That sack was ginormous. Shifting into the backfield, and they'll throw yet again. They'll find number 86 on the outside. He'll step out of bounds after a gain of 4. Nice job to toe tap.
Maybe a couple there.
Ball on the 46.
Keep your eyes open. Don't give him an inch.
Pitch to the outside. They finally get Waters involved, and he rewards them with a nice 4-yard gain there. 3rd and a long 2 coming up.
Past the tackle, and he picks up a few on second down.
Looked like it was going to be a loss in the backfield. Actually ends up to be a pretty solid gain.
It's 3rd and 2.
Third down and 2, and the Bears defense absolutely stuffs them in the backfield. 4th and 4. The play calling here from Green Bay is a little confusing. This offensive line is awful.
A tough defense wants the long 3rd down situation.
There was nowhere for Waters to go. Number 78 came through untouched.
Right, they just want to skip ahead to 4th down, you know, like they do in Canada.
4 punts, 35-yard average, a long of 39. 1 inside the 20. We'll see if they angle it again this time as they're punting from around midfield.
It's off.
Kick, and it's a fair catch, and that'll be at the 14-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Dan, they've got a long way to go. Not where you want to start a drive.
Ball at the 14-yard line.
I'm going to pop that ball right out your arm.
Lewis with the carry.
Lewis with the carry, and he'll fall forward for a gain of 5.
A handful of yards.
Carried this one just left of center, and not a bad pickup. Just some nice yards there. Well, they're going to need more than a half-hearted arm tackle to put him down.
13 carries, 62 yards, and a good chunk of that after the hit. I believe 26 after hit. So they'll go to him again on a 2nd and 5. He'll avoid the first tackle, but a nice job to slow him down enough for the team to rally to him and knock him down after just a gain of 1. 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
That should have been the last play of the 3rd quarter, but I'm going to guess we'll get one more snap. And if it's an incomplete pass, we might even get a punt before the end of the 3rd quarter. We go with a run to Lewis. Lewis will go off the right side, and that will do it for that drive. But the Green Bay Packers offense has been just non-existent, really. They have 66 passing yards, most of it coming on the one play up the sideline that didn't even lead to any points. Both teams with 6 possessions. Time of possession not as different as you would think it was. We will start quarter number 4 with a punt. Average net yards per punt, 34.
There's the punt. Allen gets the ball.
And from the 40, he'll gain 7 yards, or pick up a return of 7, I should say. Up to the 47 in Green Bay again with pretty terrific starting field position. They just need an offense that can do literally anything with it.
Ball on the 47.
Bears shifting their defense. Packers in I formation. Quick pass and another drop. Klein saucer again.
James Ferrier had that player's number, including its 4-digit extension, baby. There was no way that pass was getting by him.
2nd and 10.
Let's not get me, baby. Nothing, baby.
They line up with 2 wideouts. Matthews fades back. Throws.
Short drop, quick throw. That one will go for 8 and set up a 3rd down and 2.
A whole lot easier coming up.
Dawkins with a nice reception.
It's 3rd and 2. They're going with 2 tight ends.
High formation. A lot of big guys in there. One receiver split to the top side of the screen. Nice, or a much better job that time to clear a hole for Ricky Waters, who blasts through for a solid gain and a 1st down for the Packers. Klein Saucer make it up for that incomplete, those couple incompletions with a nice block to help spring Waters loose.
Well, he isn't getting very far if he doesn't have blockers working for him. Ball at the 37-yard line. Martin goes in motion.
High formation as they shift the fullback or the up back out to a receiving position. They'll hand to Waters again, gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. Clock ticking down. We're under 4 minutes to go here in the game. Another big set here for the Packers. They'll go with yet another run to Waters. Waters will have nowhere to go. They'll quickly get on top of the ball. It's 3rd down and 6 following a pretty small loss. All over the place, and it's another dropped pass for the Green Bay Packers receivers. Martin that time, I think that's the 2nd, maybe the 3rd time we've seen him come up with an incompletion. The Green Bay Packers just might not have a kicker. Jay Taylor's longest field goal is 53 yards. It's a big kick here with 3:21 to go in the 4th. The kick is up, and it is no good. It is short, and that might do it. Green Bay missed an opportunity to even try and take a field goal or take a shot at a field goal with a sack. That one comes up short, that we didn't get a replay on it. And it's 1st and 10 for the Bears on the Chicago 40, their own 40.
They line up in the eye.
Lewis will try to find a little room on the right side. He'll find 2 yards and be stopped. 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go.
Even though Chicago's defense hasn't looked good, they've still scored 3 points, which is more than the Green Bay Packers have scored at all. So, see them run this clock down. We've had a couple of games a little more on the efficient side, so it's been a little, that's nice.
2nd and 8.
Still adjusting to new work hours, so. Though it's not as late, it's still somehow, it's not as late as like normally recording, but still like comparatively, it's as late. It's weird. We'll take this down to the 2-minute warning. It'll be 3rd and 5.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. It's 3rd and 5.
Lewis going with a run play there. He'll pick up 6. And that should just about do it. Green Bay will use their timeouts. These technically still are in the game, so it's not that big of a deal. I say technically because realistically they are not.
Really made the play happen, and I don't see him punching through otherwise.
Oh, yeah, sacrificing the body. You can't coach that.
So 2 timeouts will mean that they will run 4 or 5 seconds off the clock for each of the next 2 plays. And they'll run another 40, so actually not even that. They'll run 3 seconds off. So you'd get 6 total, which would be 149 plus 40. Green Bay to get the ball back with around a minute.
All at the 48-yard line.
However, a first down would end it. A first down, especially on a third down, would almost be the best case scenario. They will hand it to Lewis. Lewis tries to bounce off the first piece of contact, but just not really much to work with. So that will do it for the Packers timeouts. A 3rd down and 8 here for Chicago.
3rd and 8.
I did like what Arizona did earlier in today's game, where they ran the ball on a 4th and 1 as the Bears come out in a shotgun formation. Stewart runs around. He'll take the sack, a loss of 1. And it'll be 4th down and 9. Play clock still has not started yet, and it finally does at the 1:35 mark, so they'll actually be able to take this within a minute. I just remembered that I need to go, probably need to buy a new external hard drive.
For the 5th time. We have a flag on the play.
So we're going to take a penalty here. Delay of game. Now the question would be, is the clock going to run again? Because that was a thing that Belichick did against the Jets. Oh, you know what? Because it wasn't a delay of game. It was a false start. Never mind. That's what it was. Intentional false starts twice.
The clock reads 56.
And they ran,
Kirk will punt for the 5th time.
what, like a minute and 20 seconds off on one play or something like that?
It's away. He can't be happy with that one.
Not a great punt. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Well, it'll take
Chicago Bears did all their scoring in the first couple of minutes of this game, and
margins to win. They will need to score very, very quickly, however.
the 26-yard line. My bad. But hey, it was all they needed. Matthews throws. He finds a receiver, number 18. They'll hurry to the line after the gain of about 12. Matthew had to show. They'll spike the ball, 2nd and 10.
Second and 10.
Matthews to the outside, and that is, oh, that's actually a catch. I thought it was going to be a pick. Not really worth the amount of time they're going to use here. They're going to switch into a spike on a 3rd and 7. I don't know what happened with Ricky Waters there at the bottom or the middle of the screen went sliding through. So they'll spike the ball on a 3rd down and 7, bringing up a 4th and 7.
They're going for it on 4th and 7.
Matthews drops, throws. That one is picked. 2nd interception of the day for the Chicago Bears, and that will ice this game. 10-0 going to be your final. They'll come out one final victory formation. Good concentration on this one. He stepped right in front of it, mopped it off the hands, and just a really nice, nice level of concentration. So Green Bay will fall to 2-3. The Bears will improve. I forget what their record was. I can pull up the photo here. They're 3-1, I believe. Yeah, 3-1. So they'll improve to 4 wins on the season, and Green Bay falls below 500. And I imagine that they're going to stay there with how absolutely god-awful their offense looked. I mean, just, ugh. We honestly, genuinely might not see Green Bay again this year.
There's the whistle,
And that'll do it.
the end of the game. The Bears come on
10-0 your final here.
Well, that should do it for today.
Ugh.
On behalf of
10-0,
myself
and it was
and
not a
the
good
show,
game. The Bears offense
I'm
probably
Dan
should have done more
Stevens.
damage
Thanks for
against this
joining us.
Packers defense, but I think the
Let's go now
Packers
to the
defense
post-game wrap-up
played better
here
than
on
their
ESPN.
rankings would indicate.
Welcome to the ESPN
They
postgame
held them to
show.
102 total yards. The Packers actually outgained the Bears 115 to 102. Neither team really did a whole lot there. The points off turnovers were huge. The missed field goal was big. I don't think either of these teams are really all that good. I think Green Bay's probably better than their 2-3 record would indicate, and Chicago is a worse team than their 4-1 record now would indicate. So we'll see how this goes throughout the rest of the season, and maybe the NFC North is just garbage this year.
Highlights and insight. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.
Okay. So that will do it. Let's, again, a little sketchy, so we'll go ahead and save. This also helps me keep a little bit more focus. I mentioned it in the last one where I was like, I saved seasons over seasons over seasons several times because I would like start the save and then I would do whatever on the computer because I was working on whatever. And then I'd look back and I just wouldn't register the information. So saving in the video, very helpful. Save successful. All right. So let's get in here. Let's take a look at the scores. 10-0 Cardinals over the Panthers in what I thought was probably going to be the best game of the day. With the two, well, it was the two teams with the best records that we saw today. And it was a 10-0 Cardinals victory. Cardinals, kind of like the Bears in the game that we just watched. You're looking at a team that maybe should have done a little bit more against the Panthers team that just didn't look very good. Colts absolutely stomped the Bengals 41-13. Patriots, they beat the Dolphins by 4. 20-16. Giants over the Cowboys 13-6. Raiders, they beat the Bills in what should have been a game that went to overtime, but because of some clock mismanagement towards the end, the Bills fall by 3, 13-10. Steelers double up the Saints 18-9. Buccaneers beat the Falcons by 5, 24-19. Washington falls in Tennessee 22-20. Chiefs over the Jets 27-19. Chargers beat the Broncos 17-13. The Jaguars all over the Eagles 36-10. The Rams beat the 49ers 31-10. The Browns, they beat the Ravens 27-13. And last but not least, the Bears over the Packers 10-0. Let's go and check the team standing starting in the NFC. The Bears are 4-1. The Vikings are 3-1. The Packers 2-3, and the Lions 1-3. Moving down to the East, the Giants atop the division at 3-2. They knock the Eagles down to 2-3. The Cowboys sit at 2-3, and Washington is 0-4. The Falcons lead the NFC South 3-1. The Panthers fall to 3-2. The Buccaneers 2-3. The Saints, pretty abysmal, 1-4. The Cardinals are perfect in the NFC West at 5-0. The Rams 3-2. The 49ers 2-2. The Seahawks 1-3. Over in the AFC, the Browns, they have a 4-win team. They're 4-1 and leading the AFC North. Steelers are right there behind them at 3-1. Bengals are 3-2. The Ravens are 1-3. The only team with a losing record in that division. Patriots are 3-2. They lead the AFC East. The Dolphins are the only other team with more than one win. They're 2-3. The Jets and the Bills looking pretty abysmal at 1-4, or a combined 2-8. The Titans, Jaguars, and Colts all have one loss in the AFC South. The Titans lead with 4 wins. The Jags and Colts have 3. The Texans are 1-3. What's shaping up to be a pretty competitive division, the AFC West. The Chiefs are 3-2. The Chargers 2-3. The Broncos 2-3. The Raiders are 1-3. I did not realize that the Chargers and the Broncos had 3 losses. That's on me. Unsurprisingly, the AFC North already looking like it's going to be freaking chaos. 4-1, 3-1, 3-2. That division is always cluttered, whether it's the AFC Central in the 01-02 seasons or in the 02-03 seasons, or 03-04, which we've done in Madden 2004. The AFC Central / North, always chaotic. The South, off to a good start as well. And that could knock a lot of these teams that aren't division champions out of the East and West. The path forward for them might only be the division title. Huh. All right. Well, there you have it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Jump into the schedule here. Falcons, Giants, Ravens, Colts, Jags, Titans, Steelers, Bengals, Browns, Bucks. Looks like there should be some good games going on here for week number 6. That'll be next Tuesday right here on the channel. Thank you again so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you'd like to see more content from me, be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring the bell. You'll be notified when I post new videos. Random rosters every Tuesday. We'll have more gameplay for you tomorrow. Co-op on Thursday. More gameplay on Friday. Taste test on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Likely inside of Madden 24. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to check it out. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you another day in a different video. Good sports and good night.